But anyway, basically it's like give her the cold shoulder for the whole night, and then at the end when you get ready to leave, oh, just say hi and everything. So Izzy walks into Mia and Pearl's, and she finds Mia's pipe and begins listening. Hello, and welcome back to another glorious episode of Breezy Reviews. I do apologize. I know I haven't really done any episodes in a while. I'm going through a grief of a loved one right now, loss of a loved one right now. So please bear with me, guys. I promise you I will get back to my usual self, get back to doing this work, but I'm getting caught up on also on Little Fires Everywhere and making notes. I just got done with episode 5, so I'm hoping to get episodes 3 to 5 recorded for y'all so I can get that uploaded as soon as possible. I don't know when I'll do it yet, though that's thing, so please bear with me. I can only do so much. Now, this is Breezyville. This is my YouTube channel, and this is a little segment I call Breezy Reviews, where I review songs, movies, stuff like that. But today, we're going to be reviewing episode 5 of a little series I've been doing here on Breezy Reviews of this show called Little Fires Everywhere, which is based off the book. And it has Reese Witherspoon and oh my gosh, the girl who plays Meredith's sister from Grey's Anatomy. I cannot think of her name now. My mind is drawing a blank. But anyway, we are on episode 4, and let me tell you, I am hooked on this show. It is honestly kind of sad that I did not watch it when it first came out, but looking back now, I'm kind of glad I'm watching it now because it has been really interesting to watch for sure. But boy, did episode 3 leave us with some major distance and truth. Let's review episode 4 now, shall we? It starts off in May 1992 with Marcus waiting in the waiting room with the doctors trying to come get him. When he goes in there to the living room, he comforts and supports Linda. And I can tell this is also where they literally like she did not want to have to do this, and she loved, and she's having to carry this baby, deliver this baby, and she's who's not gonna make it, and I feel so bad for her on this part. I really do. But the McCullers and the Richardsons were talking, um, and let's just jump forward to present now, with the McCullers and the Richardsons talking, and Linda is a wreck, and rightfully so. She is scared and so frustrated that somebody is going to take her daughter away, and Alina is trying to comfort her, but she points out that all 4 of her children came to her so healthy, so easy. And I also feel like Alina is a bit of a narcissist too. I'm not gonna lie on that one. But um, Izzy is helping Mia develop photos, and Izzy has lied to her mom about staying at Carl's, and Izzy is starting to look up to Mia, and I could tell like this is a bonding. Like she's finally found someone who she can connect with and everything else. But meanwhile, back at the Richardsons, Lexi is with Pearl and a friend of hers, bragging about having sex with Brian. She's telling her, and Moody hates that his sister has befriended a girl he is so into. Trip teases Moody about how Pearl basically friend zoned him, and that he then tries to be a big brother to help him out. Now, at the restaurant, Phoebe and Mia are trying to keep their job, and the server is upset at Mia because she can't hold her daughter. Meanwhile, Alina is trying to come to terms with Izzy, and she believes that Izzy is spending time with Pearl, thinking that's going to help her not be so gay, and everything. And Alina is reading the police report when she notices it comes across a detail about her and makes her think that Mia may be involved somehow, some way. But Mia is having a dream about Pearl being taken away from by a woman. And then the next morning, she goes to check on Pearl, and Pearl is becoming more popular by hanging out with Lexi. Meanwhile, she gets off the phone and with her friend Anita, who is an art dealer, and is trying to get the money to help her. And Anita tells her there is one way, and Mia is trying not to sell a piece of that art and everything. So, Elena is driving. She sees Mia's bumper sticker. She then pulls up to the driveway and sees Mia is preparing dinner. Mia is telling Elena about her painting and how they're talking like friends, and Elena points out the bumper sticker and how they basically changes the topic and asks about Linda. Elena avoids this topic, and I feel like avoidance is an underlying issue for both these moms at the same time because they're trying to Alina is used to playing by the rules, meanwhile, Mia is more of a freestyle kind of person, free spirited kind of person, honestly. Now, Pearl is with Lexi and her friend. I can never remember the friends' names. And they both go to a party dressed as Spice Girls. Moody sees Pearl and Trip, is advising him on how to win Pearl over. Now, I kind of rejected this, but this is what happens, I guess. But anyway, basically, it's like give her the cold shoulder for the whole night, and then at the end, when you get ready to leave, oh, just say hi and everything. So, Izzy walks into Mia and Pearl's, and she finds Mia's pipe and begins listening to her music. She begins to snoop around Mia's room. And okay, I have to make this out. My favorite scene I think of this whole episode is gonna be part of the scene coming up, but it's the Halloween trick or treating episode, and it's where Bill hears the sirens basically letting him know that this is ending all of the trick or treating. Um, trick or treating, and I found this to be very fun. Like, this is such the ultimate dad thing to do right here. But Bill and Alina ask about what happened, and Alina thinks Mia is in cahoots with BB. So, Pearl sees Trip and his friends and goes to walk over, and Moody walks out and makes conversation with him. Lexi then calls her over. Now, Izzy returns home finding a picture of My Fair Lady paper on Fair Lady on her pillow, and her mom left it there. Izzy tries to get answers from her dad. He apologizes that it just came up, and she is really upset about this, rightfully so, because she did not want to tell her mom anything. And she's still trying to struggle with who she is. Now, Alina goes to a Chinese restaurant to see, and basically gets Bill to order something from the restaurant that works at and everything. And this is where Mia gets the answer that I think she's looking for, where Mia and BB are in cahoots with all of this. Now, I think Izzy feels very betrayed right now, too. I want to point that out real quick. That she trusted her dad with this information and everything because she doesn't get along with her mom, and she thought she could trust her dad with this information. And I feel like Mia thinks the truth will be coming out and is colder with Alina. Now, Alina is snooping trying to get some information, and she then threatens the owner to get information, and Mia gets high before going into the Richardsons. She then goes into what looks like she's stealing something and everything, which kind of confuses me for a minute. But anyway, and this is odd because she is hiding something for sure, and she takes a feather that Izzy stole from her, but leaves a ring for her. Alina goes to check on Linda, and Linda is trying to get answers, and I can tell that Alina wants to tell her. And I feel this is going to be important a little bit later on. But I feel for Linda in the scene, and Alina tries to help her out, but it's not helping any. Alina then steps in and then asks for Mark's textbook, and I feel like, and this is where they're going to go basically pay her up, try to pay her off. Now, in the algebra class, Trip gets um, D, and Pearl offers to help him, and I think that Pearl is also developing a crush on Trip, honestly. I also think that Trip might be developing something for her. I don't know what it is yet, but like something for her. But he's trying to, be respectful because his brother likes her at the same time. Now, meanwhile, back at Pearl's, they are staying where she kisses him and they start making out. Then, the scene also makes me feel bad for Moody. Like, he's a nice guy. He doesn't deserve any of this. And this also what makes me really want to hate Pearl right now, honestly. She's a good girl. I get it, but she's falling for Trip. He's the popular guy. He's the bad boy still athlete. But yeah. But they also proceed to go have sex in her room. Now, Alina goes to BB's place and tries to talk to her, and the server tries to tell her that it is her daughter. In exchange, Alina offers Mark and Linda full custody, but she tries to pay her off by offering her help to take care of her. And Alina then snaps at her, and her true colors start to show. Like, whenever a narcissist gets called out and stuff, I feel like this is what's happening right now. But she then leaves the apartment and leaves to check just in case she changes her mind. Now, Trip leaves after they have sex and gives her a reality check. And I get that she's a teenager, but this is just awful on her part right here. And also on Trip's part, honestly, too. Like, he knew better, but he wasn't thinking with his head, if you know what I mean. Now, Alina then returns to her home, finds Mia working, and she thinks that what Mia tells her that what Mia did was manipulative and deceitful. And they get into an argument, but both these moms have different parenting styles, and they both come across with different lifestyles, and everything. But and this is important to remember that. Pin this in, okay? But Alina comes from this wealthy, had her life planned out, and they basically bring race into this whole argument and everything else. And I feel like this is where the crap is really gonna hit the fan here. I'm here for it, honestly. But the family dinner is when the kids tell the kids that Mia's not going to be working for them. Izzy gets upset, and Lexi is on the side of her mom, obviously, because of Minnie Alina, as I keep pointing out. But Moody is upset about Trip feels guilty, and Izzy mumbles something and storms off. Pearl is upset at Mia for getting involved with BB, for who's disrupting her lifestyle. Like she's finally getting settled here and everything, making friends now. And the BB stops by and upset, and Pearl comforts her. Meanwhile, Pearl is grappling with the events of what is happening. She sneaks out and goes to the Richardsons. And meanwhile, back at Pearl's, Mia is talking to BB, and Mia is apologizing for her mom to Alina. And Pearl is apologizing about for her mom to Alina, and I find this irony very interesting. And you have Izzy bonding with Mia while you have Pearl bonding with Alina and everything. And Lexi is proven to be her mom's mini version. Meanwhile, Mia is selling a photo to get it's the one photo that she did not want to have to sell, but she's selling it and she's so upset about it. But Izzy sees Alina helping Pearl get comfortable, and this is where it hurts her. And this is apparent that Izzy that Pearl is the daughter that she wanted. So, do you think what Mia is doing right? I really want to know. But I really have to know that. But anyway, Mia goes to try to talk to Pearl and only to find out she ran off. She then goes to the Richardsons, yells for the daughter to get in the car. Of all the Richardson kids, I feel like Izzy is the black sheep in the family. I also feel bad for Moody. I can only imagine what's going to happen when he finds out that Pearl slept with his brother, after all. But Mia is dropping off Pearl and she is giving her an attitude. In math class, Trip goes somewhere different. This hurts Pearl, I could tell. But at first, Izzy is working on an art piece and discovers her artwork. Mia and her friends are at the lawyer's office, and I feel like Mia should have been there for her daughter, honestly. Like, this is where I don't. I think Mia's trying to do the right thing, help BB out, but her daughter really does need her at the same time. Meanwhile, Linda is walking with Maribel when reporters get her, and BB now um is telling her story on the news. Izzy is upset, and Bill is shocked about the paying, and it looks like that Mark did not know about this payout either. But what is Mia hiding? What and why? And what I want to know. And Mia is then takes fire to the Izzy's has heard what Izzy's been working on, and it looks like it's a photo of Elena. I feel like this is symbolic in a way because I feel like Izzy really wants to take Elena down because she doesn't have that bond like she does with her mom and everything else. But that is it for this episode. Join me next time as we talk about episode 5, A Little Fires Everywhere.